Flosstubers, it's Tori Mom. I'm here today to share some of my treasures from my stash. Um, I'm hard at work on my July whip for wine and whips. I'm on week 2, so I'm working on the Heavenly Kiss. She's very slow going, all that gray and black on black. Um, Hopefully, I'll get her done to what my goal is, at least half a page of the page that I'm working on. But I wanted to share these with you. Excuse me. This is one of my favorite designers until she passed away. I've done several of hers. It's Lavender and Lace. It's Marilyn Imblet. Oh my gosh, I can't even say her name today. Her name, Marilyn Levitt Emblem, who passed away. She also owned Told in a Garden, but I liked her Lavender and Lace series more than I liked the other one. I've done The Bride from her and a couple of other angels. One of them, I believe, is called The Angel of the Sea. And I can't remember the other one. It was an angel in blue holding the earth. And I gave that one away for a gift. So I still have the Angel of the Sea and the Bride, though. And they're stitched up. But I have these as well. This is the Angel of Spring, and this is the Angel of Summer. And someday I'm actually going to stitch them instead of looking at them longingly. But I haven't stitched Lavender and Lace for a while. The other pattern I have by her is this one, which is the World Peace Angel. Sorry. As one of my friends said, I just like to stitch the elegant ladies, and that's probably true to a point. I just like the way the fabric folds and the colors, and I just think they're so pretty. So, but I love her, and her face is like 1/1. Oh yeah, I did the Fairy Grandmother, and can't think of the other one that was just like, it was like a pattern piece to her. She's in pink and purple, and their faces are over 1, and I love them, and they hang on my wall. So, but yeah. So, yeah, I love Lavender and Lace, and I'm sad that she's no longer around to design anymore. Okay, the next set I'm going to show you is by my favorite designer of all time. I've actually met Nora Corbett. She's very, very nice. I met her right after she started Mirabilla. She signed my Sleeping Beauty pattern, which was the first one I ever did by her, and I did it on Ada, which, because I was afraid of linen at that time. Now I stitch everything of hers on linen. I stitch mostly on linen now, but yeah, I love the way she designs things. I love all the beads and all the threads, and just, it makes my heart happy. So anyway, this one is the Midsummer's Night Fairy, and I saw her done up, and I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do her. She's so pretty. And she's done in some of my favorite colors of like teal blue and purple. I mean, who doesn't like those color combinations? The next one is the Winter Queen. And I did the Autumn Queen as I stitched it up for the cross stitch store as a sample. But I don't have it, even though they went out of business. The LNS there went out of business. And they kept my picture. So if I want to do the Autumn Queen, I have to do her all over again. And she's really pretty made up too. But this one's the Winter Queen. Sorry about that. I couldn't get the other ones picked up. This one is the Spring Queen, I think it is. Yes, the Spring Queen, which I will do because I think she's awfully pretty. And then I have this one, which is the Queen of Peace. And then I have Ashley's Roses. And then I have these ones. I'm not sure how I want to stitch these ones up. I'm thinking I want to stitch them all together. But it's this one, the Maidens of the Seasons 1 and 2. So I wanted to stitch these two ladies next to these two ladies. But I have to calculate the fabric and all that other stuff. But I also think it would be awfully neat to stitch them by themselves as well. And then, so I'm not really sure yet how I'm going to do them. But I have both of those. I have the Lady of the Flag. I have the Stargazer one. And this one, if you ask me, I think she looks a little bit like my daughter. And that's the reason I bought her. And my daughter is also very into astronomy at the time I bought her. So that's the reason she got bought in the first place. But I would love to stitch her up. I've seen her done. And every time I see her done, I just think how pretty she is. Okay, the last two Mirabellas that I have. This one is Bliss Fairy. Apparently I was in a fairy mood at one time. I think she's really pretty made up though. And then this one, the dressmaker one. And I haven't decided how I want to stitch her, if I'm going to stitch each dress separately or if I want to stitch it all together like this. I haven't decided yet. But I love winter. And I also like the spring the best. Those are my two favorites. So I don't know. But yeah, so that's part of my Mirabella stash. I have lots of them that I've finished that I haven't done anything with yet, but one day. Okay, the next group that I'm going to show you is from Sekas & Company. I've actually met the designer. She's very, very nice. She came to my LNS's Stitch Weekend retreat, and I bought a couple of these while I was there. Basically, they're done on Betsy Ross fabric, and they're done with specialty threads and specialty stitches, and each one has like a button. And I just think they're so quick to make up, too. They're really cute. So I bought the Patriotic Heart, the Christmas Heart. This one is actually given to me by a friend. It's the Tropical Heart. And I got the Fall Heart. This is the one she signed for me. And then I thought I got another one. I think it was called the Valentine Heart. And I thought I'd show you it stitched up so you could kind of see a little bit more, a little close up what it looks like when they're done. I don't have the button on this one though. So she uses beads and specialty threads, a little bit of metallic, a little bit of DMC, and then they do specialty threads, specialty stitches, and it's really clearly marked out. It's not hard at all. And she shows you how to do each stitch. I'd show you that, but then you'd see the inside pattern because that's how it's inside. So, but they're really easy to do, and I really enjoyed doing that one. I just haven't had the time to do the other ones, get all the fabrics and all the threads, mainly because I'm on a stitch diet right now. I'm trying to do the ones I've already got kitted up. I almost forgot to show you this one. This one is the Spring Heart. It's one of my favorite ones. I like the pastels to it. And it has like a little, I think it's like an angel. I don't know, maybe you can tell what it is. I think it's just an angel for on the button. It's really cute though. So the next one I have to show you is the Silver Moonlight Fairy by De La Tour Designs. Again, De La Tour is out of print. Well, They're discontinued and they should be out of print because the company no longer exists. But I see them on eBay all the time. So I know they still have them where they haven't sold all of them or something. But this one is the same colors as the Heavenly Kiss. So I'm not sure I'm going to get to it really quick because it's the exact same colors on black. So it would be like the 7 Shades of Grey a second time. So I'm not sure that I'm going to do that anytime soon. The next one is a Holiday Sparrow Designs. Holiday and Sparrow are two different designers. I believe one, if I'm not mistaken, designed like framework and stuff, but I'm not sure. And then the other one, Sparrow, does Twisted Threads designs. And they got together and they did these. And this one's Boys in the Band. And if my camera will, there we go. I have a confession. If you can tell by this camera picture, I like French knots. I know, call me crazy, but I do. I love French knots. Each of these designs are done with, I believe it's Gentle Art sampler thread. It's sampler thread. I believe it's Gentle Art. And then they have different specialty stitches. So like this one has a Smyrna cross and the elongated Smyrna cross, as well as the French knot and candle wicking stitches. The next one is the Petal Pushers. And it's part of the Tall Guys series. This one has satin stitch in it, Smyrna, and of course all those wonderful French knots. I love French knots. The next one is Picnic Pails. And this one has cross satin, a checkerboard, and French knots. More lovely French knots. And the last one I have is Boo Guys. I think it would look really cool on hand-dyed orange fabric. And I would love to do that, but because it's because of the French knots, I really wouldn't want to do it on Aida, which is the only kind of fabric I have that I can hand dye right now. So I don't know. I may get some even weave and do it, but I think it would look really cool on hand dyed orange fabric, to be honest. So, but this one has satin stitch, Smyrna stitch, and French knots in it. I really like this. This is probably my favorite of the bunch. Okay, the last set of group that I wanted to show you. This is the Inspirational Sampler by Linda Calhoun. Stitch Mania is doing a sampler stitch along soon. Well, soon to me because I have to think ahead that far. But this is one that I'm thinking about doing. I may do a much smaller one, but I like this one. On the back, there's small ones as well. But if I don't do the one on the front, there's another one that I'm going to do. So it'll kind of depend on whether or not I can get all the fabric together and the floss together. But this is one of my favorites and I would love to get it done, but I haven't yet in my stash. The next one is also a sampler. And yes, it's a acrylic metallic thread cross stitch sampler. I don't think it would be hard to stitch so much as it is that you're stitching with metallics that'll make it difficult. So I haven't done this one yet, mainly because I don't have all the metallics for it yet. And I'm supposed to be on a stitch diet or a stash diet, so I've been trying to use up the stuff in my stash that I already have fabric for or already kitted up. So Someday I will have all the floss and threads for this, and I will do it because I'm a glutton for punishment. So the next two that I'm going to show you are just fun ones. They're really, really old. And I have them, and I think they're fun. So the first one is the Sesame Street Counted Cross Stitch by Paragon Needlecrafts. That was adapted by the same person who does the Precious Moments cross stitch, Gloria and Pat Designs. I believe this one is from 1982. And it has, I dropped it, I'm sorry. There we go. It has this one, and it has Big Bird, and I don't know the name of the little bird, I'll be honest with you. It also has Bert and Ernie and Grover and Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, and another Big Bird. And then the last one I have to show you is this one. I think this might be one I will never get rid of, but I'm never cross-stitched anything out of it, but it is also by Paragon Needlecrafts. It's Walt Disney. And inside it has, if I can get to it without showing you the patterns here, Pluto and Pinocchio and Sleeping Beauty, the Three Little Pigs, with the wolf, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Wendy and the boys, Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, Lady and the Tramp, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, Mickey and Minnie, and then my daughter lovingly calls this one Dimbo. She's never got Dumbo right. And then on the back, the last pattern is Bambi, Thumper, and Flower. And that was the first Disney movie I ever saw, was Bambi. And the second one I ever saw was Snow White. And I saw them when I was in school. And I think I was in 3rd grade when I went to see one of them. So, but yeah, so those were the oldest Walt Disney movie I saw in the theater. I believe it was a special showing for our school, but I don't know for sure because I don't know when they came out. I know Snow White was before my time, but yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share this week, and I will say goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye.